knows your number by heart. He called for me. That's the only reason why I'm here. Nicole linked up with me. That's why I'm here. Other than that, for the past 10 years, I've been to myself. I've been running my business. I've been doing the shit that I had to do. I have not been involved with any of this shit. Fucked up.
Did you ever sign anything? I'm sure you did.
I have a bank account.
Really?
The SunTrust.
SunTrust is his bank. He loves SunTrust.
I have a whole account in his name. And I hold his money that I can't even touch. It's like at least $4 million in my bitch. I can't even touch it. And you're telling me everything's okay.
Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. This video, we're going to explore this $1.2 million and the events leading up to the latest news on R. Kelly. But first, let's take a glimpse down memory lane and refresh our memory of some things that came out last year.
Accept this offer to contract, and I do not consent to these proceedings.
Everybody put on your tinfoil hats.
Yeah, so you may remember that everybody's favorite sovereign citizen, Edward Thomas Kennedy, has filed a bunch of stuff recently. So our ears are perked and our noses to the grindstone when it comes to the sovereign citizen stuff. So it was with a lot of glee and a little bit of hysteria that when we found out that there was a letter in one of the R. Kelly accusations. Now this is from October of last year. We only found out about this now. It hasn't really been a major headline or something, but then again, it's R. Kelly, and if you've heard about some of the things he's accused of, he's a scumbag. So he has been accused of some things then, and he was accused of some things now, and he was apparently served with some court papers in, it looks like, the Faith Rogers accusation, and this is his response to the lawyer for that party. Dear Ms. Hills, Esquire, the attorney, This is to enlighten you concerning the presumption of court appearances that you may not be aware of, since attorneys are taught a coloring of law and not canon or common law. Color of law is not law, it's fiction for corporate fictions, of which I am not.
Very strong opening.
Very, very strong.
Now, this video was put out last year. And if you want to go and check that video out, there's the title. You should go look it up. But this is something that I saw long before I saw this certain character on everybody's platform willing to let him talk. So let's just keep that in mind.
So we were at the screening of Surviving R. Kelly, and there was a threat called in, and they had to evacuate everyone, and the survivors are going in their van, and they are leaving the scene. We have all been asked to go out. This was not a heavily promoted event.
Incredible threat. We think it was done by obvious parties set to detract from this moment and this important subject. And so I hope everybody is okay.
This is Joshua Dubois. He is one of the people that does a lot of this promotion for these shows that and films that are focused on Black people. And he's a really amazing man, and he's done something really great here. But we were evacuated. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, that people see this movie. That's right. Oh no, this is live, baby. You know I'm live. Let them know. This is it. We are live. We are documenting. That is it. That is it. That is it. We are live. Oh, so this is Jamila. You guys know Jamila. You know Sister Burke over here. You know all these other people. We are all here in this building talking about R. Kelly and how we hate that nigga and we hope he dies. You know that's real, sis. We hate this nigga. We ain't gonna shut us down. Fuck you. Ain't no threat. Ain't no threat. You ain't shutting down Lifetime.
For y'all to stop all this.
That's it.
Mute R. Kelly.
Mute R. Kelly out this bitch. That's right. That's right. Mute Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. Get that nigga out of here. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. We gotta keep these survivors safe. Gotta keep these survivors safe. We were evacuated because there was a threat called in. So whenever you have a lot of Black feminists in the space and you have survivors of this fucking rampant ass bastard, somebody's being funny. They think that that shit is cool. It's not, but that's alright because the show is debuting on January 3rd. On Lifetime. It's a 3-part series, and we're all going to be sharing the story of these survivors. And how do y'all feel about it, brother?
I mean, listen, as a brother right here from Hartford.
Heat off and now he still ain't on it. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the storage, we got motherfucking video, audio. You ever seen that? We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You ever seen Asriel at my house? You ever seen parents at my house? We got assistants. We got friends. We got people to lie. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You ever seen Asriel at my house? You ever seen parents at my house? We got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the storage, we got motherfucking video, audio. You ever seen Asriel at my house? You ever seen parents at my house?
Say, hey, yo, nigga, you ain't talking this girl was underage, bro. No, I don't want to play with me. And then I'm hanging up. Because after that, it won't be no more conversation for a man that had history, repeated history of having relationships with children. And that was all exposed, just like my daughter said on the phone, or her live, or whatever she said. all exposed, and you people still sitting around here, grown people that she should be able to look up to, grown queen, except y'all sitting there throwing stones because y'all don't want to believe none of this history now, nothing that came forward, nothing that went past the state. They have now got federal charges, and y'all still don't believe nothing. And
I saw this as an opportunity because she had been trying to get one for so long. Like, she researched him and everything, was like, "Mom, like, he is a musical genius," which I won't lie, I won't take that from him. However, you know what I mean? She just saw this as her opportunity, and no matter what, she wanted it. So being
say is, I want him home. What do you think he gonna do when he home? You think he gonna have a phone, blasted enough for all you idiots to call him, and he gonna chat with y'all like he know y'all? Like, be real, man. Make it make sense. And all y'all that's trying to backpedal, saying that he ain't with this, guess what? Y'all was the ones that y'all did a year ago. When y'all was saying we sat with R. Kelly doing the thing, and he told us all to do this, and we stand for him, and we know it's right. So guess what? Don't let him backpedal now. And it's to the government, whoever else, make him stand for what he pulled to stand for. Because they all sat at the table with him. Dana took him up there. Dana sat on the platform. All of them sat at the table. So all y'all sat at the table. He told y'all at the table to do what y'all doing and all this, and y'all came back. All y'all went on y'all platform. Talk, oh yeah, he gave us orders and this and that. He was hungry. He was on bail. So we ain't gonna play like y'all don't know what you're talking about. So now don't get mad when the feds do their due diligence by watching what come out your mouth on your page, on my page, on everybody's page, and they take it and start making this into evidence. And then they start time checking, and then they take your phones, and they ping it, and they ping it sitting beside R. Kelly. They know you ain't lying. And understand, if they ever come up, your asses that were sitting at the table will be called in federal court to sit down and have a conversation. See, sometimes it ain't good to always run y'all goddamn mouth about what you did, how you did it. But now that it's serious and it's not a game, now y'all, oh no, you know, I wasn't really there. No, all y'all was there. You said y'all sat down with it. And if it wasn't for your bands that recorded that apartment, I would ask half y'all what the condo even look like, because half y'all don't even know what it looked like. Half y'all, when y'all went to the truck, y'all went on a goddamn hotel stop. Y'all try to act like y'all been all in the thing with the girl. Y'all ain't been no goddamn way. Stop lying. It's a very big difference between a 17-year-old that lives in Florida, where Florida law says you have to be 18 years old, you have consenting adult sex. Period. Man, that's all they do. They just talk, they let people on. Oh, I know this, I'm gonna say that. Because they say it don't make it true. Let me tell you something, I got a conversation with I think it's an attempt. It's a very big difference between a 17-year-old that lives in Florida, where Florida law says you have to be 18 years old, you have consenting adult sex. Period. Man, that's all they do. They just talk, they let people on. Oh, I know this, I'm gonna say that. Because they say it don't make it true. Let me tell you something, I got a conversation with I think it's in a text. When he was on there, you know what he said when he was trying to get Tim and them to verify this, the Savage family verified, because I called him straight up when he was playing that he was Tim's cousin and all that. You know what he told him? It don't matter if it's true. When he was trying to run around with the nerve, him and R. Kelly trying to run around with the nerve to say, if we didn't stop chasing them and chasing our daughters, trying to get our daughters home, then they was going to put out the nerve and have our daughters say that we sexually molested them. And, do y'all recall that? See, I did say that a long time ago. So don't play no games. You know what he said? It don't matter if it's true, Angelo, because if I put it out on Tim, that's what people gonna run with. And that's what you dummies do. You letting a fool play you as a dummy. And all y'all running around with this commentary that makes no sense, no relevance, has no truth, but y'all keep running with it. Y'all keep running with it. Y'all open it up everything, you know, your channel like y'all got something. And you know, we heard yesterday that I got such and such coming on here and this and that. Like, make it make sense. Easy. My daughter been home since November. Still taking up for this man until January. And you know who helped her make her wake up and understand how bad this was? Y'all. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all really showed her how sick this man really was. It made her start opening up through therapy to accept that she was a victim. That she did things that she never would normally do. Because she thought this man loved her by taking advantage of her innocence as a 17-year-old child. See, my daughter had a boyfriend who was the same age as her. So when to have a man that's 40-something years old is a big difference. So why y'all sitting there, y'all keep on with this fugazi stuff like y'all don't really understand it. So won't y'all get on y'all channels? Your channels will be more effective, no matter what side it is. If you got people on there that want to tell lies and then question the hell out their ass, make them feel uncomfortable so that you can find their real lies out. See, because that's when you helping him out. Because these same people that's getting on there is the same people that already went to them people and talked about your ass. I mean, talked about him. And now they on here cleaning it up because y'all a money grab. Kids trying to drive our books, the rest of them trying to get that blog money. That's fine, do y'all thing. But don't add Angelo and the Clarks in. My daughter, let me explain something to y'all that any of y'all had therapy, right? Any of y'all that had therapy in your life, one thing of healing, one part of healing is getting away from all the things that's dark and hurtful. You bring them to the surface and then you get away from them. So it's like if you had a bunch of letters that your man was a poet or something. You're supposed to burn the letters and get rid of them. Burn them, get away from them. To help relieve that part of your life, to close it, to put it to rest. So y'all ran around with a coat that was 2 times bigger than her. She kept it because that was her dude. Whatever. He lied to her, couldn't act, she was hurt. You think we give a damn about them? You think she gave a damn about them clothes? But I, as a father, supported her because that was something that kept her, I guess, felt like she didn't make a complete idiot of herself. This dude didn't, had no love for her. She wasn't just like everybody else. So she held on to whatever she needed to hold on to. Y'all act like she held on to some goddamn $100,000 jewelry and goddamn some $100,000 this or $50,000 or even $10,000 this or $1,000 that. Like, y'all, make this make sense. Do you know how many men, black men in America, baby mothers, cut their clothes up? Do you know how many black women here in America bleach their man clothes? You know how many women set their man clothes on fire, cut them up and do this in the household? Do you know how many women cut people cars? Carve their cars? Y'all running around here like my daughter did something that no woman, none of you old ass women ever did to any of your men. Like, y'all crazy. It's a goddamn coat. You want me to go on my winter clothes? When I go to my stores, I'm gonna go to get y'all my winter collection of my coats. Custom coats and everything. I'm gonna show y'all $4,000 coats is nothing new to her from seeing. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are really crazy, man. Y'all got life so twisted that y'all really believe that y'all are all welfare recipients and he's the only dude in the world with money. Y'all work every day. Y'all can be your own boss and own queens and king. Y'all run around here letting this man make y'all into a goddamn idiot. The lawyers just made y'all look like an idiot with the defense fund telling y'all only donated $10,000. Ash is a heartbroken, misled, disturbed individual that need help. And if that's y'all trump card, y'all already lost the game, man. Y'all running around, y'all helping her heal because she can't get over the fact she got played. She can't get over the fact like a dude like me gave her wordplay and never stopped one time, flew in one time, flew her out, but none of that. And then when my Team True page is up on YouTube, I told y'all go subscribe. There's not gonna be talk. They can go there and take the videos, take the text messages from every phone on all these people that try to deceive, perpetrate, and play. It's not gonna be just her, it's gonna be every accuser. From Don, y'all gonna see the red Don is from his paperwork, from him pointing out my family, my wife and my son, getting them locked up. Y'all gonna see that video. It's just unseen video. The real shit. It ain't gonna be no commentary. It's gonna be this video. This is gonna be evidence, and y'all put it together where y'all need to put it together. If I wanted to sleep with that young lady, it would have happened in 2017, 2018, or whatever year I first talked to her on the phone after Tim. I walked Tim through what everything you and him went through and knew how dangerous you are. Like, you make no sense. Then you trying to convince people you knew something. You ain't know nothing. You knew what somebody, you ain't know nothing. You knew what somebody told you that did an interview that was a director. That's what you do. Your whole life is put together, fabricated stuff, and what you hear from people, and what you get your eyes to see, and then you put it together like you was there. They ain't gonna be happy till they get a jail cell or have to pay some retainer fees to try to get themselves out of the trouble. Because they want to be a part of something coming on everything, like they doing a goddamn YouTube tour on the same platform and make them sound good. They sound like idiots. I'm looking at these people on these platforms like, I'm just shaking my head like, wow, this is really unbelievable that such beautiful black women and black men just sit there and belittle themselves and let people get on there and tell them anything. Like, you can't be that desperate. See, now, if you just...
That R. Kelly knew that these young girls were after him, and he was trying to make it be known that he was only interested in girls that were of legal age. Call me crazy, but I just don't see myself taking my underage daughter to a concert like so. But hey, that's just me.
Whole bunch of clothes, $150 million gone. Do y'all realize when this nigga went to jail, he still had obligations to pay out women every fucking month? This nigga was gonna be paying out settlements until he fucking the end of time. This nigga was paying settlements for fucking out what the fuck 10, 15 years ago. Everybody think these girls settle when he just came in that motherfucker with a duffel bag full of money. That's not what the fuck happened. They motherfucking got a small lump sum of money in a payment plan. Cause if he paid everybody, he really wouldn't be around here. Payment plan, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $20,000.
Sound like some other people wanted to get in on these alleged payment plans. A lot of people overlook certain facts, such as people like Geronda Pace getting caught up in the situation of buying a car with like $15,000, $16,000 cash and then having to explain where that money comes from. Are we getting an idea of how RICO can be viewed in this situation? If some underhanded business practices were occurring to pay these women off. It became obvious that Azriel was in contact with her parents and other people were taking advantage of the dysfunction among the R. Kelly supporters and found a way to manipulate the situation. Because as we can see here, she was happy and in love with R. Kelly. As I think back and think about all the things that we have seen publicly displayed, some things just stand out to me. Considering the fact that, like I mentioned in a previous video, I believe that somebody intentionally brought out a certain individual because they were throwing out all these slanderous allegations via social media. And according to her, divulging personal information that only specific people would know. We watched the turmoil displayed via social media, and a lot of the lives we saw a lot of back and forth. Some people didn't understand why there was such animosity, but like I just said, according to Cash, she feels like a certain individual was leaking her information, including divulging the facts to these fan pages that she was the one who wrote the book in the first place. Sex Me. All this is relevant because according to Cash, she got close to R. Kelly by getting close to Julius, whom she watched via social media. And this will be just yet another perfect example of how easy it is for, or easy it was for these women to even take it upon themselves to get next to R. Kelly by any means necessary, even if that means getting close to those around him. So, also according to her, a lot of music was missing before R. Kelly was arrested, in which a lot of people say they have gotten cleared up. I don't really know the situation with that. But we saw a lot of friction back and forth between the accusers. Cash also mentioned to the effect of things that were done to agitate the situation. Before the charges were filed, before Kim Fox got on her podium, before all of that, it was certain things being done. And according to Cash, at that time, she felt like it was intentional. The fact that over just a few months, it went from all attention being on exposing the hoes in the accuser stories and their clout chasing to an ongoing friction among supporters. It should be very clear that each and every one of these women have one thing in common, and that is they don't mind sleeping with, stalking, doing whatever is necessary to get next to a celebrity. After the friction with Cash subsided, a new face emerged. And I found it interesting that this new face was also being followed by a particular person that is close to R. Kelly. I also find it particularly odd in how everyone so willingly embraced her, knowing her connection to Angelo Clary. the fact that she was the original Detroit accuser. The fact that, according to her previous allegations, there was a baby involved, and she made, I guess, a little side joke about the fact that could her child have been R. Kelly's. The focus again came off of connecting all these individuals, such as her relationship with Lizette. People just wanted to grasp to the fact that she's an advocate, a supporter now. But these are the things that stood out to me. And even more so, when I'm hearing specific names and I'm looking up these people, the certain things that I would come across. So as time progresses, you have this person claiming in a docuseries they're holding an account for R. Kelly. Then you have talks of a friend holding an account for R. Kelly. And then we see the results in paperwork. In one article, you have 5 individuals being incriminated in illegal activities, regardless of any person's true involvement or intent. We see how the government is going to use this. It should be clear by now that it's a lot of people making money off of R. Kelly's name. Yet, now they're using the individuals that some of us have seen on some of these platforms on YouTube. According to the reports, federal prosecutors located a bank account hiding $1.2 million. According to Steve Greenberg, or from what I got out of what Steve Greenberg said, that's not exactly what was in the account. That may have been a total of what was contributed to the account, but that doesn't mean that was the balance. But anyways, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, Kelly opened the bank account in someone else's name to stash the money after reporting that he did not have any income. Kells is stated to have been recorded on jail calls ordering the person the account was named after to receive payments indirectly from Kelly. Kelly has spent over a year in federal custody at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago and was set to start trial this fall. He is accused of child pornography and obstruction of justice in Chicago, while Brooklyn courts charge him with racketeering. The Chicago trial is currently being asked to be delayed, citing the pandemic could create logical issues that could lead to a mistrial. And it's funny that they speak on these issues that could create or that could lead to a mistrial. Never mind all of the shenanigans we've witnessed that should lead to a mistrial. Previously, Kelly petitioned to be released due to concerns of COVID-19, with his attorney citing a lack of funds to attempt to flee. With the new findings of hidden cash do not help that stance. In 2019, Kelly opened a bank account with a business called Some Brother Love LLC and assigned the funds from his royalties to go to that account. So I wonder, did R. Kelly himself set that account up? Just a question. We know that he got on Gayle King and stated his circumstances and the fact that people were linked to his account and were stealing his money. He mentioned the fact of creating a new account then. That would have been around that time frame. So, is it far-fetched to think from that point until now, when they're reporting his royalties could have accumulated to that much over the time period? You know, if you ask me my opinion, like I've said from the beginning, it's always revolving around money. Money missing, a new allegation pops up, the media is used to spew their propaganda, and this man is publicly condemned. Meanwhile, everybody is on their little defense in defending everybody else, saying, let's just wait until it's in court. Meanwhile, we're a party to this public assassination of R. Kelly. By now, it just seems obvious we have been getting so oversaturated with fake news and bullshit from people who claim to be within his camp, and even see how people can be used to spin other people's narratives. At the end of the day, this all started with clear-cut extortion. That's something people keep overlooking. Stay tuned for the next video, because we're going to dive into another character and see what you think about that. What are your thoughts as far as everything that we just replayed, that we saw play out last year? What do you think about all these people who have directly and indirectly been pulled into this web of deceit? Make sure you like this video. Go check out my blog. And you have a great day.